Hot 97.5 and 103.9 here with Clean Bandit on the tour bus. How did we get so lucky to get on your tour bus?
I don't know.
I think everywhere else is too noisy.
So we just got invited in with the backstage pass on here. Congratulations, you guys are Grammy Award winners, which is pretty huge off of your first massive single, huh?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you have a lot to live up to?
Yes. Kind of. It's going to be tricky to get another Grammy, I think.
I think you can do it, though.
I think so.
Yeah, you're all classically trained, right?
Well, Grace is.
Yeah.
In our own fields.
And which are?
Yeah.
I'm a professional drum machine.
I like that.
He's a
Luke.
classic drum machine.
Yeah.
Grace?
I play the cello and I studied classical music.
Right. And Jack?
I'm just a classic guy.
Yeah, you are.
No,
Fancy.
He did study classical music as well, but also jazz. Mainly jazz, really.
Yeah.
And that comes through in your music, but how much were you influenced? People don't talk about how you sound a little bit like 90s house. How much does that influence you? Who were the particular artists? Because I know you redid Show Me Love, right?
Yeah. I think we all love that track. That was just a big one for us, and we just had to bring it to the stage. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, we've always been into like electronic music. Especially, I think Grace kind of introduced me and Jack to like pop music and dance music in particular. We were never really into that to begin
Like
with.
what songs, Grace?
I don't know if it was so much house, more pop, like Ace of Base.
Sure.
And they've been very inspirational for us. I think you can hear in our tracks A&E on our first album and this one, Rock By, because they were really the first to mix like reggae beats with super sweet pop vocals.
Absolutely. How hard was it to get Sean Paul to work with you?
Hard. We waited 6 years.
6 years?
Yeah.
Wait, so when did you start the process?
6 years ago.
But I mean, how did it start?
We went to his gig. He performed in London. And we went backstage and gave him our demo CD. But this was before we'd made Rather Be, and at the time of CDs. So it was, a long time ago.
A long time ago.
And he liked it, but then I don't know what
It took him a while to just get round to inviting us to the studio.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting that you got to work with him because he was knocking, I think it was Justin Bieber or something, right, for kind of cultural appropriation of some sort. But I love how you guys integrated the reggae with the dance music and made that work. It's fantastic. And then you just put out another song, right, last month on the 17th?
Yeah.
Symphony?
Yeah.
That's it.
Cool. Does this mean the second album's finally coming?
Yeah, kind
coming.
of.
Yeah.
It's on the way. Yeah.
How long have you been working on this album?
Basically, I mean, we started on it
2 years.
2 years, yeah.
Yeah.
And we're going to get the Coachella track that's been missing?
Disconnect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A final version of it.
A final version, yeah.
I heard last that you were going to go back to the original version of the song and release the original, or are you still reworking it?
It's slightly polished. Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be, I think it's going to be a nice surprise for our fans and Marina's fans, but they're still not, I don't think they're going to be too upset that it's too different.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. And what else can we expect on the new album? Do you have a title? Do you have a date?
No, neither, really.
No.
Probably
Nothing solid
towards
yet.
the end of this year, because we're still kind of choosing which songs to put on and finishing them and
How many songs have you made?
Well, there's like about 20.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah,
Well, it's
to
like
fit that onto one album is difficult. So
I think there's 20 that we'd want to go on the album, but kind of in the last 2 years, there's probably like a couple of hundred projects.
100 projects.
Yeah.
Maybe almost 200.
I've heard a rumor that it takes you guys about 6 months to complete a song usually. Is that true?
Yeah.
Why does it take so long? What's
Well,
the
I think
process?
back in the day, it took about that long, just because we'd work on the video and the song at like the same time.
Gotcha.
So that creative process just was really drawn out.
But now it's like the label makes there's such an emphasis on singles. There's so much more riding on individual songs, I think, in term for the label, that there's a bigger pressure for individual tracks to be good.
Well, you already have 3 actually pretty big hits, right? And the label has to be pretty pleased with you guys because most artists don't get that at all. They don't even get one. They get half of one sometimes, right?
Yeah.
And you have a Grammy. So you're not doing bad.
Yeah.
Have you considered bringing in a vocalist permanently?
Not really.
Well, we used to have a lead singer.
Yeah.
At the start. So
That was better.
that was good, wasn't it? But it's kind of nice not having one as well because
Yeah.
it just gives you the freedom to do anything you want, kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, because when you're making songs, you just make them and then think about finding the perfect voice for it rather than having to make a song for a particular voice.
Gotcha. So the process starts with the beats, and then do you guys write the lyrics as well?
It kind of depends on who we're working with. Like with Marina, for example, that was a collaboration in a complete sense. We wrote the song together. Whereas some other tracks we'll write. We've got long-standing relationships with songwriters who don't necessarily, feature on the song, but we write together, and then we'll kind of.
Do you want to name drop any of them?
Like Jimmy Napes,
Okay.
who we wrote Rather Be with, and Sam Romans, and who did a lot of stuff with, and Ina Roldson, who we did Symphony and Rockabye with.
Cool.
Yeah.
So what else is coming up? You're touring right now. What festivals are you doing this summer?
Loads.
Yeah.
Glastonbury is one of the first.
That's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
And where you're from, so that's pretty huge.
Yeah. I don't think we're doing any here in America.
I don't think so.
No.
Well, we better get you back on Coachella or something for
Yeah.
next year, right?
Yeah,
we're
Maybe they're
hoping.
waiting for the new album.
Yeah.
Just giving you a hard time about it. Well, we're excited to see you play the Marquee in Tempe tonight. Anything special coming up?
Show's getting tighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just come and see the show. It's sick.
Yeah.
You're
Do
playing-
you integrate? I've never seen you perform live. Do you integrate lights and how does the stage performance look?
Yeah, everything. So
Yeah,
we've got
lots of-
lights, we've got live drums, cello, violin, 2 amazing singers. Great.
Who do you have singing with you on the road right now?
Yasmin Green and Kirsten Joy.
Okay.
They are really versatile singers and they sing all of the songs on the album pretty much.
Nice.
And they're incredible, and we've only started working with them recently, so we're all just getting to know each other. It's quite exciting. And then on the violin we have Stephanie Benedetti.
Gotcha. And you're never going to refill that role permanently, correct? The violin role?
Well,
Never say never. We don't really know.
Steph's pretty nice.
Steph's nice, yeah. We're always kind of expanding, and
Okay.
when it started we were 7 and gradually that's whittled down to 3. But now, there's so many people involved, and
Yeah. Do you still consider yourselves a collective? Because I've read a few places that was sort of how you framed Clean Bandit.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we're always just working with different people, so I think that's the kind of most accurate way of describing it, really.
Gotcha. Now, I asked a bunch of the listeners to Hot 97.5 and 103.9 what one question I needed to ask you. And I'm sure you've been asked this before, but they really do want to know why you went with Clean Bandit.
Or the name.
The band name, yeah.
I'm not sure why we went with it, but it was something that a Russian friend of ours said in Russian.
What is
Chistaya
it?
banditka. It's a female clean bandit, and it means a clean bandit as in a total bandit, like a clean win or a clean sweep.
Okay.
So it's like a complete rascal or a complete naughty person.
I like naughty people, and I like all of you. Well, thank you so much for doing this interview. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Have a
thank you.
great
Talking to
show
us.
tonight.
Thank you.